Welcome, listeners, to the Gamer Headlines Show. Gamer Headlines' weekly entertainment podcast. This is episode 53. I'm one of your co-hosts, Adnan Riaz. With me, my other co-host, Chris Cortez.
What's up, everybody? We should probably address that we actually missed a show last week.
We did miss a show.
Yeah, it was like literally like a bad week for Adnan and I for two completely different reasons. Adnan was like insanely busy, like seriously, like super, like I didn't see him all week. It was like that busy, and you know someone's busy when you don't see them all week. And then for me, I was actually highly medicated. I had it was so like funny. Like I was Adnan witnessed me on my medication. I had like basically like a gastritis thing, like something gastritis related in my stomach, and I was in so much pain. So my dad, who is a doctor, prescribed me this medication that kind of like alleviates the pain and helps you get through it. But the one thing is, it makes you. I'll read what's on it. It makes you, because I still have the pills here for some reason. It makes you. It gives you blurred vision. You get confused. You get drowsy. And, well, this is a terrible description. It doesn't really say what it is. Basically, you're high. I mean, it's terrible, and you're confused, and you don't know what's going on. And so I was very slow, and Adnan was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah,
you're like, dude, you're like, I'm busy. You're like high on drugs. We gotta fucking do this next week. Yeah.
It's when you kept telling me, I was like, I can't engage conversation when you're like almost in like a euphoric state. And yeah, our schedules are just messed up. But like today, we're doing the Game Headline show. Then next Monday, we'll do Tales from the Borderlands, even though it is really late. Yeah. That's the only time we can really do it. So that'll be next week's plan. So just to let you know, because we've been a little bit inactive on social media as well. So it's literally been like that week where everything just fell down. And Parks Games Week happened, and just like everything else is like, okay, yeah. And as Chris said, we barely talked to each other. It's just whatever else happened. We were like minutes away from recording on Friday, and then it was like bang, like no, we can't do it. I was just like, I can't do this. But hey, maybe it works out for the better with this episode.
Yeah, no, we're kind of like, actually, we'll get to that later on the show, but we're doing a special episode again, like what we did last time 2 weeks ago, where we're kind of moving aside Talk Nerdy to Me this week. So I'm sorry, I know if you guys miss it, don't worry, it is going to come back, but we're kind of moving aside this week to really cover like two topics that we wanted to cover. We wanted to cover a topic last week, so we're going to get that topic and cover it first. Coming up now, it's actually the Halloween theme topic, which we'll get to in a second, and then later on we're going to do something else. So just stick with us. It's going to be another, we're just changing things up, trying to add a little spice. You eat, look, if you eat mac and cheese every day, don't you want to try mac and cheese with like maybe some pepper on it every once in a while? It's nice to change things up. Like get Alfredo instead of mac and cheese. Alfredo's pretty good. It's like the adult mac and cheese. It really is, right? Alfredo pasta is mac and cheese for adults. I don't care what the fuck. It's just a fancier way of saying mac and cheese. But anyway,
it's also nicer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like, honestly, dude,
50 times better.
Yeah, like it could be really shitty, but I've had some damn good Alfredo pasta, man. Like Alfredo sauce pasta, so good.
Macaroni and cheese is what I want with like a hangover and tomatoes, like a tomato soup or something. Like that's just like kind of really heartening for me. Like it'd be like filling everything else. But like I'd expect Alfredo at like a restaurant and be like, this is the most explosive thing in my mouth ever.
It could get good.
So. First segment we've changed, and we're doing Halloween again.
Yeah.
So Halloween's this week. Chris, we talked about this last year as well.
Yeah.
I vaguely recollect on a lot of your Halloween traditions that you finally shattered last year.
My Halloween tradition is that this year I'm doing something different. I'm actually in the middle of doing it. But my Halloween tradition was that every Halloween I would try to beat Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. Which I think is, next to Symphony of the Night, one of the best fucking, like, it's the best classic Castlevania, that's for damn sure, ever made. And I did it! Last year I beat it! I was so happy, man! I fucking did it! It took me years! I'd been doing that since, like, oh god, almost 10 years trying to beat that fucking game. And I did it last year, and it was so epic. I was so happy, man. This year I'm actually doing something different, dude. My Halloween tradition, at least for gaming, movie-wise, I think I just kind of like watch a shitload of horror movies on the day of Halloween if I'm not doing anything, which looks like this year that's going to happen. But no, this year I'm having actually a week-long Halloween celebration. So I'll give you the rundown. On Sunday, I played the Phantom Pain, but let me explain what I specifically did. Do you remember that mission, dude, in the Phantom Pain where you have to go and you're trying to save that kid who has the microphone in his throat, and it's remember Kaz is like, get the fuck out of there, you know, that whole scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone, and remember that's where like the PT like Easter egg is. So like someone said, dude, if you play that at night, like it's fucking scary. And I'm like, really? So I did that on Sunday. I played the PT mission at nighttime, and it was fucking awesome, dude. It was like really fucking scary, even with D-Dog with me. D-Dog was my home slice. It was like really fucking scary, and just the atmosphere is so good. Like you don't play any music, you just like make it, you know.
He really is just needs to make a horror game, doesn't he?
Yes,
he really does,
dude. Like
that entire thing where you can just see the blood scrapes on the floor. It's like, and like I think Carl says like it's quiet here. And you walk in, just like hallways full of like the hanging drapes, and you walk through them, and people are like lying there with like microphones, with headphones in their throats.
Super,
and it's just like
really creepy. And I advise anyone to play that mission at nighttime. It makes it like that much scarier. But I did that on Sunday, and then Monday I played Outlast, which is a great horror game. I think it's excellent, jump scare type game. And yesterday, or actually today's Tuesday at the time of this recording, I played Castlevania 3 on NES. Not very scary, but very Halloween-y. And for the rest of the week, tomorrow I'm playing PT, which I'm probably that's the scariest game I'm going to play this week, for me personally, by far. Thursday I'm playing Resident Evil the Remake. Friday I'm playing Until Dawn, a new edition. And on Saturday, to continue tradition and just for the hell of it, I'm going to play Super Castlevania 4 again. So basically, instead of just playing one game, I do like a week-long celebration where I play, a bunch of different horror games every day. And it's been really great so far. I'm horrified, but I'm looking forward to playing PT tomorrow because it's been a while since I played that.
Yeah, it's great.
Lisa's going to get you where you least suspected.
It's something special. I do love Halloween. Is the only holiday I actually like celebrate. It's like
it's great.
As you know, I have my hard on for horror films and everything else.
And
so
for
it's
Cameron.
like, oh yeah, for Cameron. Those tracking shot, those feet, man, those feet. Loves them. Not tracking shot. He does low shots. Low shot. Yeah, I think it's a low angle shot. He does people's feet. But. Yeah, I love everything about it. Mainly, I don't really play games in the sense of horror, because I do think a lot of them suck. Mm-hmm. But saying that, I did play Until Dawn a couple of weeks ago. That could probably fill in that gap. And PT is something special. Like, it's my biggest fear that I'll lose my PS4, or like it'll break and I can't carry over the transfer. It is just like something that I dread losing one day.
Yeah.
But like, I think like more with the horror films, I always kind of like structure my kind of like horror traditions on like films that I kind of like balance it out. So I always have the kind of like doing the deep, intense film like a Hellraiser or like Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I combine it with something more like comedy wise as well, like Scream or Cabin in the Woods. I always kind of like have a nice balance with my horror films where I can watch. I always try and look for a new horror film as well at the time, but really honestly, like I think like it's such a great thing. If anything, like a good horror tradition is like going through and watching like a film from each decade and seeing like how horror's changed and what it is and everything else. It's a great way of going about it. Or even just watching like the really shit like I Know What You Did Last Summer all the way through to the end and realize how badly the series has like declined, and same with like Halloween and stuff. But
Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's in that. I still think she's so hot, man.
Well, it happens in vampires.
Buffy, dude, she's so cool. Like as an actor and just as a person, I think she's so very beautiful person in general. Is what I'm trying to say. my 13-year-old self was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so hot." But like, no, she's really cool.
Like 13-year-old self and see Tara Reid as well. Like, can't really play. No, I just love Halloween though. I think like I haven't got my traditions set yet. I've still got a couple of days to figure out, but I think I've like got Halloween night off, so I think it's gonna be the horror stab fest. Like, a little thing that I'm going to do, my little stab showing, like,
dude,
where it is.
You should drink for every stab that happens in the movies. That'd be, you get so hammered, but that'd be so great.
I think I did play one horror, like, drinking game, but that was, like, kind of, like, a rough night that I had it with.
Anytime anyone says, I'll be right back, you take a shot.
I'll be right back! I'll see the kitchen knifing for us. Yeah, he does. So great.
Dude, that
That,
sounds.
by the way, that speech is the best though. It's one of my favorite speeches in any film.
Oh hell
Where
yeah!
Randy's laying down the laws of the horror convention. Like,
It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it was great, man. Dude, that's awesome, man. Actually, I hadn't even thought of the movie aspect of it. I was so concerned with like the video game aspect, but I think I am gonna do that too. I actually own Cabin in the Woods on Blu-ray. I think I might watch Sweeney Todd. That's kind of horror, isn't it? It's like horror musical, but there's some sick shit that goes on in that movie. So I haven't seen that in years, and I love that movie. So I'll probably catch that and. I think like on Netflix they have Scream. One of the Scream movies is on there. I'd love to. I rarely see Scream 4 because it's still so new and I never bought it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same, dude. And then I know that my wife was so cute. We were watching Doctor Who yesterday or like a couple of days ago, and they had like a commercial. Apparently they're gonna have a Hoovaline, like a Halloween but Hoovaline, and they're showing all the horror episodes of Doctor Who, and she's like, "We should watch that." I'm like, "Okay, let's see what happens." Like I'm down. I like Doctor Who, but I want to branch out our paths as well. See, I'll think of something. Thankfully, fucking Halloween's on a Saturday. It's so awesome. Like, I hate it when it's like on like a Sunday or something. Like ruins the
yeah,
day.
it can't be a Sunday. It has to be on like
A weekend, like something that like a Friday night or something, or like a Saturday. So
yeah,
now it's
sets
gonna
it
be really
perfectly, doesn't
cool.
that?
Yeah, no, totally. But yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, so if you guys have any Halloween traditions, by all means, let us know in the comments. That'd be really cool to see. I don't, or tweet at us rather. Like it's yeah, Halloween's something I'm still evolving at. I just had Super Castlevania 4 for the longest time, and now I'm entering uncharted territory. I'm super looking forward to PT though. I think that's probably the biggest anticipation I have for Halloween this year.
It's great. It's so
Yeah.
good. Say that this morning I was watching the reveal again. Do you like the ending clip and like all the
Mm.
people's reactions? That it kind of makes me
God.
really, really depressed.
I know, man. That's just that's like another topic for another day. But yeah, dude, I feel you on that. That was like that game was just so. I mean, at least we have PT, but what dicks to like Konami is to make it that you can't like that's we delete it. That's it, and you can't share play either, so you can't share the wealth.